I like this one. If you're not looking for one of these big 30-foot trailers, you're just looking for something small for running around a little casual camping, or you just, you know, you have a vehicle like say a 4,500 pound rated SUV and you just don't want a giant thing. That's right where this little Apex comes in at 3,435 pounds. It's the perfect little couples camper for weekend getaways or something like that. There are a lot of really cool features on here, and in this little mini camper class, there's not a lot of people that are willing to build an RV like this, and if you hang with me you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of very unique best-in-class features here. If at any point you're curious to see things like tank capacities, obviously a price tag will be interesting at some point, I'll leave a link for you down here. Click for price and availability. That'll take you right to our website to make it real easy to see what we have in stock, how it is equipped, and hey, what we're asking for it. You know, we like to be transparent and easy, and our price doesn't change if you do or don't have a trade. We don't play games with your money like that. So like this is the Apex Nano series, which is the narrow body smaller series of Apex, but you still get everything that makes it a full-blown Apex, like the bigger, wider baggage compartment, so you can actually put big chairs and stuff in there. We've got a little solar-ready plug, and this is a perfect little off-the-grid dry camping camper. And as we go through, you're going to see they did a lot of little things to help really dial it in for that use. That solar prep right there, it's good for keeping batteries trickle charged and like lights and fans running. This is 7.5 wide, so it's narrow body. As compared to a full 8 wide trailer. But my God, the look of this thing. They've got an amazing high definition look on it. Like if I stand back here, first of all, you can see the difference when I say mini camper versus full-size camper. It's pretty obvious, but doesn't it just look like the difference between looking at something on VHS than looking at something on Blu-ray? This thing has that sharp, high definition look to it. The contrast between the colors and the pop of those graphics up front, it is just gorgeous looking. I like it. It's something that's small, but it's something you can really be proud of towing around. Not all these little mini campers have 4-corner stabilizer jacks. That's standard on these. It's not an option or anything. I mean, you got to have those. The stuff that matters is here as a matter of happenstance. You take that stuff for granted until you get home and you realize the nose of your trailer is wiggling around. Just like Big Brother Apex, we've got seal gripping, leak preventing slide walls here. If you listen, you can hear how rough and textured that is to pull that slide all the way in and out. Neat fact. Because this is an above floor slide, it's not an under the floor slide system. That means the interior of this is 100% carpetless for real easy cleaning, and that's awesome. Just smarter stuff, like they use the better locking bumper caps on these. You could save a couple bucks by not putting those on there and use the generic little push-in varieties that every other brand uses. But you're gonna, you know, probably have one bounce out going down the road sometime. And what's nice is in this mini camper class, not everyone gives you a full bumper, so that gives you a sewer hose storage that not everyone else is including. We've got a, you know, easy push-button power awning here with plenty of patio space to put a table or some chairs out here or something like that. Inside-outside stereo. The stereo has Bluetooth uplink. The stereo is actually app-enabled. You can put a free app on your phone to manipulate that thing. Now, as we walk in, I want to point out a really unique best-in-class feature here. Actually, I just kind of keyed in the fact that this has a strutted door so the wind can't whip it open. That is smart. I don't know of anyone that spends the money in this class doing that. You see that white line in here? That's called Asdel. That's this stuff right here. It's the layer under the fiberglass skin. This whole thing, well, not just the walls, but the floor, the roof, everything on this is vacuum laminated and fully aluminum framed. But the layer under the fiberglass skin, Asdel there, it's lighter than Luan wood. It has superior insulative qualities, difference between an R7 and an R9. Can't rot, mold, mildew. It's an awesome material. It's not the cheapest material, but it's fantastic. It's an indicator, again, that this is something that's built to last and it's built to be used long term. You know, the idea is that your camper is ready and waiting for you when you hit the road, not that you need to take it to a service department. And that's my other favorite part about the Apex Ultralites by Coachmen. They don't come back to my dealership for work. They just don't. They stay in your driveway. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. The interior decors on these could be different from what we see here on this video. But that's really probably about the only difference you're going to see. This is pretty much a production model that you can't get real cute and jazzy with. You can't screw it up with a bunch of options. Now, neat thing is that this actually has a slightly arched interior ceiling. We have a laminated ceiling with a 2-inch arch, and this is one of the strongest roofs fully walkable in mini campers. Now what's interesting, sounds crazy, but this is actually a stronger roof than the big 30-foot Apexes because it does not have central AC. That means that they don't have to route out some of the laminated construction to make room for AC ducts, because this is non-centralized AC. It actually has a stronger roof. That's an interesting little quirk that not a lot of people key into. So we've got a little SUV towable couples camper with a full walk-around bed. There's power outlets next to those bedside stands to run, you know, breathing machines and whatnot. They purposely angle in and put the wardrobes on a bit of a bias with those mirrors, because that light from the window hits the mirror and reflects inward. It makes the whole RV feel nicer, brighter, and larger. Plus there's storage under the bed too. And a really nice bedspread. I mean, it's not like, oh man, I'm going to buy this thing because the bedspread, but it's nice that they actually put good linens in here. Remember, we are carpetless, we are easy to clean. The dinette in the slide out can fold down into an extra little bed, and really this is one of those areas where this separates itself from the competition. Very few other brands build a slide out into a single axle mini camper. Just the whole look, the routing of the slide fascia, the little Apex mountain decor thing they got going there is fantastic. That can fold down into a bed. There's storage below the benches, by the way. Flipping around over here, looking at the kitchen, this is another best-in-class feature, actually several. The Apex Nanos with slide-outs have a full 6 cubic foot refrigerator freezer instead of the 4 to 5 cubic foot truck camper fridge that you usually get in little campers. That's a big dollar difference in this class, guys. But you're gonna like that. You're gonna like the extra cold storage. And what that created was just a more consistent overhead cabinet storage space. They've done a great job here. And a lot of campers in this class don't have pocket screwed cabinetry. This is screwed into that piece. They're not stapled together. Again, this is built to go. It's built to tow. It's built to be bounced down the road and not fall apart. From the ground up, that's how it's designed. I also like that they put the fridge down a little bit lower so it's easy to get to. You don't need a step stool to get to the freezer. Now, a double basin sink is a smart idea here, and they put it on a 60-40 split. Remember how I said this is kind of built with the idea of people who go dry camping? Because a lot of small campers go dry camping. Well, you have also best-in-class tank capacities on these things. Apex Nanos have the best tank capacities of any single-axle camper in their class. It's awesome. But even with that, it's still a small camper. You don't have a 100-gallon freshwater tank, so you don't always want to use the big sink to burn up a lot of water from your tank. Burn up water? That was poor phrasing. Anyway, so you're going to use the little sink most of the time. Now, if you're at a park and you have park hookups, blast it away, man. Have a good time. And again, there's no such thing as too much storage, especially in a little trailer, but they did the best they could with everything they had. They didn't waste an ounce. And that's one of the reasons I really like the microwave down here. It gave you an extra overhead cabinet. And frankly, most people aren't going to use the oven in a little camper anyway. And I like that the microwave is down low. So like if you're cooking a bowl of soup and, you know, you don't want to like, if a bowl of soup is up here, you're inclined to tilt it toward you when you pull it out. That's a good way to spill hot soup or something on yourself and burn yourself. You know, you don't have to worry about that now. It's down where it's simple and easy. And if you got a little grandbaby camping with you, they can get to it, you know. It's a nice little independence thing for them. Nice foot flush stool in a little camper too. A lot of times you'll get centrifugal flush. And something I didn't mention in the kitchen but should have is that all of the countertops are a pressed membrane, a sealed edge countertop. Water, you know, because we got a water source right here, just like you have in the kitchen, or even on the dining table. You know, if you got an iced tea on a hot day, it's gonna sweat. I don't have that table down, by the way. That's why it looks crooked, because it is. I didn't get it seated properly, so that's my fault. But if you got an iced tea and you set it on here and it's a hot day, it'll start to dribble and sweat. Well, if this was a tea molded countertop, it could get in there and sponge and swell. Then when you put this down for the grandkid to sleep on, it's going to be deteriorated and it could start to break down. That can't happen here. You know, again, built for longevity. I just noticed that extra little power outlet down there. That's smart. Perfect little place to have a phone charging when you're at the dinette on a rainy day. But back in here, they got rid of the tubs too. That is something I really like, is they give you a shower, not a tub, in this little camper, and that was a smart decision. And this thing, as if, remember how I kept saying in the kitchen how there's no such thing as too much storage? They really, really tried. They tried to put too much storage in here, and I absolutely love that. This is an awesome, awesome little weekend runaround couples camper. Just fantastic. You know, if you're going to go out, spend your time outside, this is perfect. By the way, that wall up there is all prepped and ready. If you want to put a little flat screen on like a swing arm mount, that's where that would go. So, give us a call. Learn a little bit more. We do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, and financing. We only do everything, basically. So, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it useful, give us the opportunity to earn your business. After all, there can be no videos if there is no business. If this one's sold, we'll get you another one just like it if that's what you want. So, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. Have a good time.